Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to learn what Fibonacci series means and how to write a program to print Fibonacci series. So let us understand first what Fibonacci series is. You notice here that suppose you have a series 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, etc. Right? So you notice here that every number is the sum of previous two numbers. Let's say 55, which is nothing but the sum of 21 plus 34. 34 is the sum of 13 plus 21. 21 is the sum of 8 plus 13, and so on the series continues. Also, second point which we have to notice here that the first two numbers of the Fibonacci series are 0 and 1. Okay. Now there are two ways to write Fibonacci series program in Java. The first one is Fibonacci series without using recursion, and Fibonacci series using recursion. Now let us understand what recursion means. It is nothing but the technique of making a function call itself. It is used to make complicated problems easier, right? We'll now write a program to understand better what recursion means. So the platform which we are going to use is nothing but Eclipse IDE for Java developers. So here I have already created a program by a project by the name Basic Java Programs, and under which I have created a package by the name Fibonacci Series. And inside that package we have two programs, two classes, let's say, by the name Fibonacci Series using recursion and Fibonacci Series without recursion. Okay. So first we will understand what Fibonacci Series using recursion program is. In this program, I have to write package Fibonacci series because I have created a package by the name Fibonacci series. Then I have to import java.util package. What is this? This is nothing but when in a program you want the user to input some values, right? So you have to import java.util package, right? And scanner is nothing but the class. Now let us get into the main class, which is nothing but Fibonacci series using recursion. Here we have defined integers n1, n2 and n3, right? And we have initialized n1 as 0 and n2 as 1 and n3 as 0 again, right? So we will not look first what this method is. We'll dive into the main method first. So here we have introduced SC. SC is nothing but the object name under scanner class. Okay, and we have created a new object inside scanner class. This is the syntax for creating a new object is inside a scanner class. Scanner class, what does it do? It helps the user to input values, right? So it will print first, enter a length of Fibonacci series. Suppose a user wants the length of the Fibonacci series to be consisting of 10 numbers or 20 numbers. So accordingly he or she will enter the value, let's say 10. Okay, 10 digits. So the 10 value, where it will be going to stored, it will be getting stored in the variable a. We have defined a variable a, integer a, and the value will be 10. So this is the syntax. Since it is an integer value, so we are writing next int. Okay, we are using this object sc dot next int, and the value of 10 will be going to be stored in integer a. Now the compiler comes on this 27 number line, which prints n1 and n2 with a space in between. Okay, so n1 is nothing but 0 and n2 is 1. 0 and 1 of the Fibonacci series, which are first two digits, are already printed. Now what about the rest of the numbers? For rest of the numbers, the compiler will move to 28 number line, which says print Fibonacci. This is nothing but a method where a minus 2, a is 10, 10 minus 2 is 8. Now it will jump to the method here, which says int count. So 8 will be nothing but the value of count, integer count. So count is equal to 8. 8 is greater than 0. It will come inside. It will assign n3 is equal to n1 plus n2. which is 0 plus 1. Then n1 will be assigned as n2 and n2 will be assigned as n3. So n1 becomes 1 and n2 becomes 1, right? Then the system.out.println will print space then n3. n3 value is 1. 0 plus 1 is nothing but 1. Now again, this is recursion. The function is calling itself Fibonacci, print Fibonacci count minus 1. Count minus 1 becomes, count was 8 earlier, now it becomes 7. It will jump to this method again. It will assign count as 7, then 7 is greater than 0, and again it will repeat the same procedure. So n3 will be n1 plus n2. n1 was 1 and n2 was 2, and n2 was also 1. So it will n3 will be nothing but 2. n1 will be n2 and n2 will be n3. Again it will print n3. It will continue to call the function itself until the count value becomes 0. Okay, because at 0 the condition will be false and it will come outside the this method, print Fibonacci method, right? So let us save and execute the program. So as usual, the compiler is asking us to enter the length of the Fibonacci series. Let's say we'll enter 10. We want 10 digits of the Fibonacci series, first 10 digits. So here we go. We have 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21 and 34. This was the program of Fibonacci series using recursion. Now let's see the program without using recursion. Okay, so here again the same procedure is repeated. Okay, it is almost similar but with having few differences. So what the difference is that we have used a for loop here. Okay, we don't want a function to call itself, so for that reason we have used for loop. So inside the main method of the class Fibonacci series without recursion, we have introduce n1 is equal to 0, initialize n1 is equal to 0, n2 is equal to 1. These are nothing but the first two numbers of the Fibonacci series. n3 we have declared n3 variable, I, and count variable, integers, right? Again the same thing. These three lines will help the user to input the length of the Fibonacci series. Now n1 and n2 will be printed. n1 and n2 will be printed here, 0 and 1. Okay, let's say the count value I have entered 10 again, right? The length of the Fibonacci series to be consisting of 10 digits, right? So I is we have initialized I is equal to 2 and I is smaller than, of course it is smaller than 10, right? So it will come, since the condition is true, it will come inside the loop. n3 will be 0 plus 1. So the system.out.println, and it will print the third digit, n3. Then n1 becomes n2 and n2 becomes n3. Okay, we are changing the values of n1 and n2, right? Again it will come, it will increase the value of I to 3. I plus plus means the initial value plus 1. So I becomes 3. Again it will test the condition, 3 is smaller than equal to 10. Yes, it will again come inside, repeat the same procedure, and the loop will continue till the I value becomes 11, because at 11 only the condition becomes false and the compiler will exit the loop. So let us quickly execute the program. I'll enter the length to be 15 now. Let's say 15. You see here the 15 digits are printed, and if you want to check, then you can take one number and check if the value is correct or not. Suppose 89 plus 144, which is nothing but 233. Okay, so it is the correct program. I hope you have understood the concept of Fibonacci series, and in the later videos we'll continue with the other basic Java programs. Thank you.